What's going on, guys? This is Justin, and this is the second episode of my Ultimate Team Tuesdays. As you can see, I am going to start this off with a pack opening. Get an 81p Carroll out of the bat, which is awesome considering I'm a Seahawks fan. Sean Hill's useless. Mike Briziol, useless. Seattle playbook, I think I already used that one. 68 right guard, 71 left end. Dwayne Bowe, somewhat useful. The 32 contract extension was actually probably the most useful thing in here. So not the greatest pack, you know. What are you gonna do? Kind of disappointing, but I will have those on my channel. I might upload them separately, but usually they will be at the very beginning of a My Ultimate Team Tuesday. So you guys will know, if you want to watch pack opening, you can watch the first minute, and then that's good to go. This is the most annoying part of My Ultimate Team. When you try to start a game, and then it says you have gaps in your depth chart. So I go to my depth chart. I think it was defensive tackle. Move Jordan up, move Redding up. 80, 80, 79. Pretty decent defensive tackles. So, oh shoot. Save my changes, go back in. Tried to start another game. Is it going to work? Uh, uh, uh. Maybe. Maybe not. No, just kidding. Away depth chart is invalid. I have no idea what that means. I have no idea why your home depth chart, why you even have a home or an away depth chart. I don't understand it. So I just use the kind of the cheater approach, go into my lineup, and actually make a mistake here. Because I go, I thought I could go to like an away jersey, is what I thought I could go to fix it. But that wasn't what it was. So I just decided to go best lineup, except that. But what I actually forgot to change is when I do best lineup for kick returner and punt returner, it puts in the quote unquote, I'm doing air quotes, you can't see, the 99 Chris Carter and Deion Sanders, which are overall very good cards and very good in that position, but they're slow. I usually use Darren Sproles for a kick returner and punt returner because he has, I think it's 94 speed. So he's really fast. His elusiveness is really good as well. But anyways, we're getting into a game. We did win our first game last week. I don't remember the score. I think it was a pretty dominant game though. So going into our second game, we're trying to keep the streak going. I think my team, if you saw earlier, was at 81 overall. So we have a decent team. The first guy we faced had a better team than us, but we still managed to take home the victory. So pretty happy about that. He gets ball first. Yeah, he gets ball first, which is preferable. I like to get ball in the second half. Kind of gives you momentum. Francis misses the hit stick. And I think I did that exact kick and missed that exact hit stick probably 5 times this game. It was very frustrating. But I will put an annotation on the screen to, what am I trying to say? He busts out a huge run right out of the bat. I was not happy about that. I'll put an annotation on the screen to My Ultimate Team Tuesdays the first week. So that'll be up probably in the, I don't know. Can't really put it in the top of the screen. I'll put it at the very top of the screen in like thin text so it doesn't cover up the scoreboard or anything. How did he catch that? Kyle Rudolph just jumps both of my guys. I'm standing there. My safety is just standing there and can't go up and that's frustrating. Kyle Rudolph just jumps both of my defenders right there. So not a good start. He scored on his first offensive possession after 2 plays. 2 plays. It's not good. It's not good. That's really, really bad. But we get ball back here. I will kind of reiterate what we like to do on offense. It is shotgun out of this split hawk. This is our go-to play right here. This PAF slide. And Bolden. Feet were not in bounds. Painful, painful, painful. But that is our go-to play. One of our other favorite passing plays is this Hawks cross. Bolden is very often open over the middle when he breaks right there and he jumps my route. He was open. I don't know if you guys saw that. He jumps my route, intercepts it. Now he's at my 9-yard line already with a 7-0 lead. I was not a happy camper at this point in the game. Let me just put this out there. This was an awesome game. I messaged the guy, and he frustrating. I messaged the guy after this game. We sent a couple messages back and forth. I was like, that is an awesome game. You guys will see, if you can tell by how long the video is, there is no third game in this. This being our second game of the season. There is no third game in this. This is all one game. Probably the best game on Madden 25 I've ever played it. It was a great game. Me and my buddy have played some head-to-head games that have been ridiculously close. But this game was awesome. So I told him, I was like, I'm gonna throw this up on YouTube. You'll be able to check it out on Tuesday. Because I think I played this on Wednesday or Thursday of last week. So I really like playing my Ultimate Team. If you guys want to see more than one of these a week, just let me know. Got Bolden wide open on the out route again. Bolden with that out route is dangerous. He is very, very dangerous. But like I said, this was an awesome game. So if you think, hey, look, he's down 14-0, game over, it might be that way if, I didn't feel like right off the bat, he was just going to be a dominant team. I felt like that run was very easily stoppable, and that Kyle Rudolph touchdown was ridiculous. I don't know if I've ever seen that. And then that interception, he just jumped my route. What are you going to do? I don't even think he used that. So, I knew that it was going to be a close game. I thought I could bring it back. 3rd and inches right here. And, on 3rd and inches, you might as well take some sort of shot like that to Bolden. Oh, get juked right there. Let's go. Touchdown, Anquan Bolden. That out route is dangerous, especially when he does not have the middle of the field safety coming over to help, or he doesn't have another man lined up on him. But when you just play just a simple cover 2 or cover 3 against that out route, gonna beat you every time. Here's the kick again. I don't know. Do I miss on another hit stick? Yes, he bounces off that hit stick too. God, it's so frustrating. So frustrating. But we kind of brought it back a little bit. It was a really good Really good drive by us, really good play. So we are down 14-7, obviously, and he has the ball for defense. He tricked me a lot. God, he got loose again. He was pretty good with the read option with, no joke, Matthew Stafford, who I think only has mid-80s speed. But he used it really well. This guy knew what he was doing. Pretty impressive. Yeah, don't catch that. Get out of here. So, like I said, I'll put an annotation up on the screen to the first My Ultimate Team Tuesdays. I'm also doing online ranked games somewhat once a week for my series Face Off Friday. So I've uploaded the first one of that. I'll probably throw up another annotation for that. And I cannot get a big hit on this guy. You know, he's finding open receivers, marching down the field. My defense has no solution really for it. So gotta change something up. We usually run the exact same thing, kind of. Different packages from the from the 4-3 over plus. But he is finding holes in our zone, and it's not going well, not at all. Down to the 2-yard line, you know. Once again, this was another point in the game where I was like, really? He's really going to score that easily again on me? You know? And my guy comes straight through the line. Ray Lewis comes straight through the offensive line and just can't tackle him. This game was just a roller coaster of frustration. Is really what it was. I don't know what else to say. But it was a great game. What is it? 2nd and goal here, and he punches it in. So once again, we're down by 2 touchdowns. We are down 20 after he makes this point after touchdown. We're down 21-7, but we do get the ball back now. And remember, we do get the ball back at halftime. So if we can throw together a drive in the next 3 minutes that lasts hopefully close to 3 minutes, and here's Carter, who I didn't want to have in there. But what's this? What's this? He breaks one, but here is where the speed comes in. He's so slow, he cannot outrun anybody. Would have been a touchdown with Darren Sproles. But that's fine, actually, because that means that we can burn more time off the clock, try to keep the ball out of his hands, score a touchdown here, get the ball back at half, score a touchdown there, in a perfect world, obviously. But that is the plan, you know? It's not that terribly hard to execute. Get a good gain here. Sorry, throat stray. Get a good gain here on 1st down. Nice gain of 6. That is the Power O out of the Split Hawk. We are using the Seattle offensive playbook, and for defense we're using, I think it's just like the stock balance defense. And when I saw injury timeout, I kind of freaked out a little bit. But thank goodness Russell Wilson is just fine. Because if I had to put in, like my backup is an 80 Kurt Warner. How Bolden caught that, I do not know, but I applaud him for it. Because that was an amazing catch. There was man coverage, and there was a guy in zone as well. And Anquan Bolden still caught that pass. Love that guy. But down to the 2-minute warning. We're already at the 25-yard line. So we just got to punch it in here. Hopefully not leave him too much time on the clock. If some of you watch Mr. Golden Sports, you would know that he would rather run the clock down to 0. Well, run the clock down to like 3 seconds. Take a field goal here instead of scoring a touchdown with a minute left on the clock. That's his way of thinking. Um, the way I kind of go about it is if I can get it in the end zone, I'm gonna get it in the end zone, and let my defense try to do the rest. Because my defense has been playing pretty solid lately. I feel like not against this guy so far, obviously, but Irvin right over the middle, open. Um, yeah, I feel like especially last game, in the first week of my Ultimate Team Tuesdays, defense played great. In the online ranked game that I just put up for Face Off Friday, defense played great. This guy he was finding holes in my zone. What are you going to do? It's going to happen. You just have to hope that eventually he makes some mistakes. You get some sacks. You get maybe, a lucky interception, something like that. I was kind of confused right here, I think, because he was not taking any timeouts. I didn't understand. I don't know if he didn't see that there was. There we go. Okay. I honestly couldn't remember. I'm commentating this after the game has taken place, so I'm trying my best to remember. But I think I got like a free 20 seconds off the clock right there. So I was pretty happy about that. And Darren Sproles eventually punches it in for the touchdown. So now we're down again by one touchdown, down 21-14. This is one of the highest by halftime or by 1 minute left until halftime. It was already looking like a really, really high-scoring My Ultimate Team game. And you usually don't get those. Usually one team is way better than the other. And, the final score would be like 20-3 or 20-7, 14-3, somewhere around there. A massive blowout would look like, 30 or 35-0. Maybe 3 if they really want to put up some points. But that was very lucky. We were very lucky that he overthrew that. But, like I said, when I can get a touchdown, I'd get the touchdown like I did with Darren Sproles. I could have just fallen on the ground at the 1, taken a knee, and then tried to punch it in. But I have faith in my defense that, they could hold up. Again, getting good pressure on the quarterback. He has to throw it away. So 3rd and 10. So it's looking like possibly I could get the ball back if I get, a stop here. And I would imagine he would punt it. But 3rd and 10 comes out 3 wide. I don't think he would run it here. So I'm kind of ready to drop back. He doesn't run it here. Pretty good coverage. He has to throw it away again. Injury timeout on my side. I forget who it was exactly. But he decides to go for it on his own on his own 39-yard line. He could have pinned me back to about my 15 or 10-yard line. So this was a really crucial decision on his part. Get good pressure, and he throws it away. So, best of news for us. Being down 21-7, we score the touchdown. We get the ball back right now. Plenty of time left on the clock. We have all our timeouts. We still get the ball at halftime. Things were looking pretty good, actually. After that ugly start being down 14-0. No real reason to take a timeout right away. If I score on this play, I don't really want to give him the ball back with 20 seconds. So I take my time. I know the out route is going to be open. He only has one man there. And he gets out of bounds for me. That's perfectly fine. So we make it down to the 19. 18 seconds left on the clock, 3 timeouts. We could run it 4 times here and give ourselves a chance. But why not hit Bolden on the out route again? He just cannot defend it. And eventually you'll see later in the game he does get annoyed with it. He starts using over to the out route because I just start using it almost, every play. Cut it back inside. Timeout on the 5. With 10 seconds left, I could probably get off maybe 3 runs. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, 5 yards, I can punch it in here. Had him set up for the toss, but he had guys on the outside, and I get down to the 3. I gotta get this in the end zone. Depending on what he comes out set up in, if he comes out goal line like this, then I'm sticking with the toss. The toss is my best friend. And wouldn't you know it, get in there, Darren Sproles, touchdown. The toss is the goal line beater. If you guys are at the 4, anywhere from like the 1, I don't want to say the 1, because if you're at the 1, you're probably going to QB sneak it. Even if you're at the 2 and it's not 4th down, you should probably still, you can QB sneak it twice. But anywhere from like the 3 to 7-yard line is perfect toss yardage. Oh my gosh, I remember this. So I did something that I never do. I kind of squib kick it, and look at him. He's breaking it. The 20, 15, 10, 5, and I get him down at the 4-yard line, saving the touchdown. If I was him, I would not have been very happy there. I was very angry when I saw him break that to the outside. Tried my hardest to click onto the fastest guy I could come up with. And I got him, thank God. Because that would have been, that previous drive just completely wasted. So that's why I don't advise doing, that wasn't even a squib kick really. That was just a bullet line drive kick. But we are back up we're not back up. Back to a tie game, 21-21, and I'm just happy that wasn't intercepted because I threw that way too late. Bolden was just standing there waiting for the ball to come, which means the defender is going to break on it. He's going to try to get the ball. I'll gladly take the incompletion there. Try to hit Irvin over the middle, and that guy just decides to throw his hand in there. Again, I don't even think that was usered. He had a pretty decent team overall. Good defense too. But there's a certain thing that was beating this defense all game, and there it is right there. That out route to my man, Anquan Bolden, already with 125 yards receiving, starting off the second half. That play is just, it's money. It's so hard to defend against, and people aren't used to having to defend against, a continuous, run to the outside, then an out route, then maybe, throw in a read option. It's very odd. I don't think too many people play on offense like I play. I don't take too many shots downfield unless somebody, I usually always have some sort of streak out there or like an up and out, so if they do, can't catch the ball there. That's frustrating. But I don't usually throw it to too many of the streaks or the up and outs or the huge, like in this PAF slide. I'm only going to throw it to Carter here, who comes way across the middle of the field when he's wide open, But again, he leaves Bolden. There was nobody on him. Nobody. Even close, within 7 yards of Bolden right there. He didn't have an answer for it. I don't think it happens quite yet. I think it happens towards the way end of the game when he finally... Oh, no! Oh, it's so painful when you have a great drive going, so much momentum on your side. And that's why I don't throw, I shouldn't blame that on the route. There's nothing wrong with the route. My timing with throwing those kinds of routes is not good. It's really easy to time an out route. You wait until he goes. Right when he starts to make his break, you throw it. He'll be almost wide open every time. So like I said, it's horrible for momentum. Uh, great tackle in the backfield right there, though, by Von Miller. Brings up a 2nd and 14. I think I decided to go with the cover 4 here instead of the cover 3. Because when he is, 2nd and 14, he's going to throw. So you kind of want to have that extra 1 or 2 guys in coverage to be there to try to bat down the ball, get in the way, intercept it if you can. And I think he throws it. Yeah, this was frustrating. And they give him forward progress for the first down. Oh, man. A tackle at a different angle would have been a 3rd and 6. But what are you going to do? That happens. He liked to come out in these 2 tight end sets a lot. Put one guy on the line like Jared Cook you just saw, and then put one guy out wide with Kyle Rudolph. You don't usually see that too often, so I thought he was going to run it to that side. He read options me, and I missed the hit stick on him. But injury timeout, take out Matthew Stafford. Pretty happy about that, In real life, when you're playing fantasy football and an injury happens that benefits you, it's kind of bittersweet because you don't want anybody to get injured. But this is a video game. He gets injured. That's awesome. That's great for me. So I was pretty stoked about that. I forget who his backup was. I think it was actually, or is Matt Stafford back in there? I honestly don't remember. But I know Cam Newton was holding the extra points for him. So I thought it might have been Cam Newton, but that's definitely not Cam Newton. I think Matthew Stafford came back in right away. I don't know. Whatever. So he sets up 3 wide, and I go into... Do I go into man coverage here? I should have been in man coverage at 3 wide to one side. And then I get really frustrated when people just run right through my hit sticks. I have decent linebackers. I have really decent linebackers. Pretty good cornerbacks, pretty good safeties. So when somebody just trucks right through, one of my hit sticks, and it's not like an Alfred Morris who's has 97 trucking. It's Ray Rice, who should have no trucking, because he's, if you say Ray Rice, he's known for his speed and agility, and I don't even think he's that fast in this game or in real life anymore. But and good stop there on first down, get the ball out of his hands. So I got to stop him here. For my goal line defense, same as always. Use the goal line pinch zone. Takes away the short curls, the short slants, and completely demolishes any type of run. Look how many guys you have just coming in there. Except for, what did I say to use from the 3-yard line to the 7-yard line to beat goal line? It's the toss. Good for him. Yeah, you see Cam Newton's holding his extra points still. So he goes up a touchdown, which shouldn't have been a touchdown. If I had been perfect in this game, I had already given up 2 interceptions. But we're down another touchdown again. Frustrating. All I had to do was beat him, and I was gone. But we're down a touchdown. 3:49 left. Plenty of time. Maybe too much time. I would rather be driving the ball down here with 1:49 left. And when he sets up on this, I'm going to hit him with the out route every time, because he doesn't have over-the-top help. And look at Bolden holding on to the football. I think he had one of his linebackers drop back into that zone, and I was not expecting that. Because if you looked at, it's just like this setup. There's a 4-3, pull off a decent run with Sproles here, pick up 5. But I had no success running against this guy. As you just saw, 13 rushes, 44 yards. That's like 3.5 yards a rush. That's not good, especially in Madden. In Madden, you should be, in real life, like 4.5, 4 to 5 is good. Over 5 is considered great. Under 4 is considered, you know, meh. But if you run 3.5 yards a time in Madden, that is not a successful strategy. So I could not run it. Out route, open, bold, and putting his feet down. Give me that. 9 catches, 171 yards. But every time I feel like, I need to make a clutch play, I'm going to throw up that PAF slide, hit Bolden on the out route. I think he's my best wide receiver. He's an 86, I believe, which is kind of scary because if I could get I did it in my ranked online game. I had Calvin Johnson running kind of a similar pattern to this, but it wasn't exactly an out route, but it was kind of like a long curl. And when you have Calvin Johnson running a curl like that, it's unstoppable. Playing him in online ranked, he is a 99 wide receiver, I believe, maybe 98 or 99. And he's just automatic. He is automatic. As you saw there, I pulled up Russell Wilson's stats real quick. He had close to a 65% completion rating, even with the 2 interceptions. So, that's how I like to play it. I don't like to take a lot of shots downfield. I don't like to try to, throw it into a lot of coverage in the middle of the field because that's usually where people are using. I like my out routes. I like my underneath slot routes. I hit them a lot. Not in this episode, but in the first game of this Ultimate Season, in the PAF slide, I think I hit everybody multiple times. That underneath slot route, having trouble saying that, is pretty automatic too. If they're playing something like a 5-2 or what else? Kind of like quarters. If they're playing a quarters, that's great, And here we go, the moment of truth. It was 4th and 2, 50 seconds left on the clock. He takes a timeout. Smart by him. He finally does it. But 50 seconds left on the clock. It's 4th and 2. I've got to go for it. There's no choice here. There's no question here. I've got to go for it. And everybody knows who I'm going to. Look at that. Anquan Bolden. Get in there. Touchdown. Solid. What a beast. Now, after this is where things got, after the extra point, this is where things got crazy. Because there's 48 seconds left on the clock. He has 2 timeouts. All he needs is a field goal. Game over, pretty much. But this is where it gets to the fun part. This is the fun part of this video. This is what makes this, the next, how long do we have left in this video? Maybe 10, 15 minutes. This is what makes this probably the greatest Madden game I've ever played. First of all, he almost breaks coverage and runs that back for a touchdown. And I would have pooped my pants if he would have done that. He gets out to the 41, which is not good. That means he needs 20 yards. He's on the other 40. That's, under a 60-yarder, he's in field goal range. So he needs probably, 25 to 30 yards is all he needs. Tries to throw it. That's mine. Give it to me. Deion Sanders getting me the interception. So now the roles are reversed. I'm at the 46. All I need to do is go 20 yards to the... I can't do that, man. Don't ask me to do that, man. 20 yards will put me somewhere close to his 40-yard line. I think that I won't even, somewhere close to the 40-yard line. So same thing again, 20, 25 yards, and this game is over. You know, I don't know why I took a timeout there. I probably shouldn't have done that, looking back at it. But 31 seconds left. Tie game. Out route is open. Out route's open. Doesn't get his feet down. I could not believe it. So frustrating. So frustrating. Here we go. 3rd and 8. Where do I go? To Bolden. Good defense there by him. I think he manned him up finally. And that was some good coverage on his part. But 4th and 8. Yeah, we're going for it. Of course we're going for it. You know? This is not, some serious thing. We're going for it. We're trying to win this game. So you know who our number one target is. Our number one target's Bolden. If Irvin can get past the first down marker, I should have thrown it to him, but look at that. He can't get his feet down again. So he turns it over to me. I intercept it. I get the ball back. I can't get a first down. Now he sends out 4 wide. Completes to, I think that's Kyle Rudolph. Is that Kyle Rudolph? Yeah, Kyle Rudolph. He's at the 33-yard line. From right here, it would be like a 50, 51-yarder. That's game, Frustrating. He gets a good run, but fumble! Let's go! Give me that ball back. If I would have broken that to the outside, I think I would have ended the game right here. But I run it straight back into the pile. We're at the 27. And now what we're really hoping for, because we're not going to get a field goal. We would need a 40-yard pass, a perfect 40-yard pass, and he's going to send pressure just like that. So we're just kind of hoping to take it to overtime. I probably should have just taken a knee here, but that's no fun either. Give yourself a shot. Give yourself, try to give yourself some sort of one-on-one coverage that you can beat. And then I throw it into double coverage. But hey, whatever. So here we go. We're going into overtime of maybe up until now the best game I've ever played. That was the best 4 quarters of football I have ever played on Madden. So coin toss time. I win. And honestly, I knew that I wanted to receive. But they had changed the rules so much, I couldn't remember if you have to score a touchdown or if just a field goal will win it for you. So I was extremely confused. You'll see that coming up in another couple of plays. But, going into overtime, getting the ball, having it being only a 4-minute overtime, huge advantage to me. All I have to do is bust out a couple first downs, grind the clock down, kick my field goal, win this game. A is wide open because he put 2 guys on my out route. And Michael Irvin pushing me down to the 33-yard line. That is why you annoy somebody with one play over and over and over again. And when they think you're going to go back to that play, you're going to have somebody else wide open. It's going to happen. Get a good run with Sproles here, 3 yards. Perfectly fine by me. That is perfectly acceptable. So we're running the clock down. I think after the clock run out here, after he chooses his play, the clock, it is down below 3 minutes. We're already in field goal range. It would be about a 48-yarder from here. So we're already in field goal range. We're ready. But we want to get a first down. We want to score a touchdown. We don't want, I didn't know. Honestly, I did not know, if a field goal would win it for me or if I needed a touchdown. Out route, wide open. Bolden gets it for the first down. 12 receptions, 211 yards. He's a beast. You know, what are you going to say? He's a beast. I wish he would have fallen down in bounds. I mean, if I'm going to have any criticisms here, but I'll take it, you know. And then somehow Sproles gets injured, tripping, and then he falls over himself and doesn't even get touched. And, you know, he's been carrying the ball all game. Probably had 20 touches, carries and catches together, and, you know, whatever. So we put in Stephen Ridley. What does he do? Trips over a guy. And that injury timeout to Darren Sproles, that's painful. You know? We don't like that. Oh, goddamn injury timeouts. So we keep in Ridley, I believe. I think. Yeah, maybe? Yeah, we keep in Ridley. You know, I don't want any chance of Sproles getting re-injured for there to be another injury timeout. And for some reason, my audibles were all weird. So I took a timeout. Doesn't really matter. You know, this is the only drive I'm going to have. And he only gets one drive, too. And I'm taking off, and I run into my own guy. I could not believe it. It's a touchdown if I just stay away or go to the outside of my guy. I don't know what to say there. So it's 4th and 2, and I thought this was going to win it for me. But just in case, I wanted to run down the clock, you know. But I honestly thought that this was game over. You know. And he wasn't taking a timeout either, so I was like, you know, I guess he knows it's game over too. There's no really point in taking a timeout, you know. I guess he's conceded defeat, you know, because if he would have taken a timeout, I would have been like, well, why is he taking a timeout? Does he get the ball back? But yeah, apparently I was thinking of the wrong rules. The non-sudden death rules, where I guess you do have to score a touchdown. I swear that I played in a ranked game, or played with a buddy, and a field goal won it. I don't know. Maybe, like, the defense intercepted it, and then he kicked a field goal. I don't know. But either way, 1 minute, 15 seconds left. All we have to do is hold him to a field goal or stop him. That is our goal. That is all we have to do. Boom! Don't catch that. I don't think so. 1 minute, 10 seconds left. And I was like, oh, is he going to quit out? Is he going to quit out? What's he doing? I honestly didn't. I had no idea why he paused the game. I thought he was going to quit. Which would have not made any sense, but it would have been awesome. But I guess not awesome at the same time that, you know, this was a complete full game. Nobody quit. You know, it was awesome. It was a great game. So 2nd and 10 here. Handoff gets, I think, 11, which is perfectly fine by me. You know, I will give him 11-yard runs all day, down the field. Ray Rice tore me up in this game. Almost averaged 10 yards a carry on me. And then he gives it back to Ray Rice. Look at him just bouncing off, guys. Oh. And you guys can see where this goes. Ray Rice takes it the distance. You know, it's sad that that's the way the game had to end. It's sad that I couldn't clutch that. It's even more sad that I didn't know the overtime rules. But great game to him. Shout out to you if you're out there. I appreciate the great game. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks. Peace out.